This is Outnumbered Overtime. OT, baby! I'm so excited. Jesse's on the couch.
I just want to hear about all the liberals that Jedediah dated.
Oh, yeah.
And all the liberals that you dated.
All of them? What do you mean? They don't make it past
through
the
like half
salad.
a dinner. The first guy that I ever dated was actually a professor, and he was to the left of President Obama.
Wait a minute.
How old was he?
Wait a minute.
No,
Were you in his class?
No.
I think I saw the movie.
No, you did?
Okay.
The real life version was better. But no, he was very, very liberal. And actually, I wasn't terribly political at the time. I was young. I was sort of not really clear about where I stood on a lot of issues. I was libertarian leaning.
How young?
But he was in later years when we tried to be friends. Tortured me. I mean, when he started seeing me on TV, I mean, I would get emails about Sean Hannity. Oh, incredibly annoying. Yeah, because a lot of far left ideologues I found, and maybe people on the far right too, they live and breathe politics. It saturates every part of their life.
Couldn't he think of something else to talk
Listen,
about?
he was in love with Ralph Nader. What am I going to do about it?
He had you, and he was in love with Ralph Nader.
What you going to do?
Okay.
Sounds like a winner.
I think it's not a bad idea that you all are making this decision right away, because I think this showed that too many people put off having these sort of discussions until they're already married or a couple or whatever. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you waste all this time dating somebody that eventually you're going to find out voted for, you know, dare I say?
Because they don't want to be alone, basically. So they're like, I'll take the date with a liberal just so I'm not sitting home by myself. I'm very comfortable sitting home by myself. I'd rather be by myself than having arguments about, you know, sharing the wealth.
But there's also there's also something kind of sexy and kind of lively about dating a liberal if you're a conservative. You can kind of joust and kind of tease and flirt.
Joust?
Yeah, you know, kind of makes it interesting.
It sounds so gladiator.
It's not like you guys. It's not like Crossfire at dinner. You know, you
it could be.
I wouldn't say this if it wasn't very well known in public knowledge, but Alan Combs married to Monica Crowley's sister. Can you imagine that Thanksgiving table?
Yeah, that'd be so much.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh,
Any dinner with Combs must be great.
Let's see. 3King58. Jesse, what a deal breaker. Andrea Adim has a. Well, I'm not going to read that because that sounds really mean. I would ask you this, Andrea. Have you ever met a guy, he was really good looking, very sweet, and you thought you might break that rule?
All the time. And then when I probe a little bit further, it turns out that they can have they can have some socially liberal positions, but when you start to ask them questions about like the real world, take Obama out of it. You start to ask them questions about taxes and that kind of thing. You start to go, wait.
Who are these? Are these like writers?
Hold on a minute.
Actors?
No, not right. I don't know.
Well, we are all up in your business.
They start to reveal a more fiscally conservative side, and that keeps them alive.
I was just going to say, if they were fiscally conservative, more socially liberal, would there be some leeway there? Try the financial community. I mean,
no, I have two right now that fit that mold.
There you go.
Through the filter. Because
You have two. Okay. Hope none of those two are watching the show right now.
For some reason, CSMZ wants Jesse to give us an update on your relationship with Bob Beckel.
Oh, yeah.
I've been asked to say no comment about that. Bob and I are great friends. No one asked me anything. Bob and I are great friends. I don't understand the question.
Jace45, I'd like to thank all of you for the Overtime show. The only way I can watch a program. Yes, I live in the woods. Laugh out loud. No, we appreciate you watching from wherever. A lot of people watch us from work because they don't have TV at work, so it's great. Yeah, all right. So there was something on Twitter that you wanted to quote when we were having an earlier discussion.
Oh, what was that?
I'm going to find it right now. I think it had to do with... I know what it was. Before, it was whether or not the government should worry about people at work eating too much fat. Before the government trims our fat, they should start with their own.
That's great. It's a great line, and I'm going to take full credit for it the next time I say it.
I'm going to find a tweet. Yeah, I think it's Jeff Kaiser who said it.
Yeah, it's a great line. It's a great line, and you can find a lot of brilliant ideas if you sift through Twitter. I mean, there's actually some nuggets out there if you can kind of weed through all the insanity.
Yeah.
It depends on who you follow. Andrea in the break was showing me some pretty outrageous Twitter feeds. One of them was like, "What would guys do?" or something like that.
Cause we're guys.
Yeah,
really?
Cause we're guys. Yeah.
And the headline is "Cause I'm a guy."
Cause I'm a guy. Not that I endorse it, but I'm saying I looked at it. It's pretty good. Check it out.
So here's Jeff Kaiser. He says, "When will the government trim its own fat before looking at ours?"
Very good.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Good line.
It's a really good, and it's a fair question, right? Yeah, you said so too.
Excellent.
Yeah, and lots of chatter today about what Andrea had to eat today, because you didn't bring us
birthday
cake, right?
For breakfast.
Yeah, we would have done that with
Well, I have
you.
a bellyache now, so
That's actually the only time I ever want something like birthday cake. Like I don't want it after a meal. I'm usually full.
I'm that way too. Yeah,
You know, like give it to me for breakfast.
Because I want birthday cake all the time. I don't have.
I didn't have a lot, just a little bit, but I ran 3 miles this morning, so I feel like
Good.
I'm good.
Really? Wow.
Good for you. And of course, I told the nation on the air that I couldn't find the Fox News gym. Okay, Carol.
Lovely.
Oh, God bless you. Carol Stefanik says, why is Roger Goodell in trouble? What about the justice system? That's a point that Andrea makes all the time with regard to domestic violence and that 2 hours that he spent with a hearing at Ray Rice last week.
Can I revert back to the gym, Harris? Would you really want to be sweating to the oldie?
No, that's why I don't.
From the Fox News channel.
But that's why I don't work out at work.
No,
I don't want to run into anybody and they see me looking toe up from the flow up.
Last time I was in the last time
toe up from the flow up.
Last time I was at the gym, I ran into Geraldo, and he's there like cranking out these like ridiculous sit-ups.
He's in great shape,
not shirtless. No, but I mean he's grinding it out. Like I've never seen.
Him and
animal out there.
One of our other lucky guys, Charlie Gasparino.
He's always there. I always see Gasparino.
And he's like he sings to himself and like rocking it out with his eye.
Is he a grunter? Is he like?
Yes.
No comment on the grunt.
He does one-handed push-ups, and he's very proud of that.
Do you think he does it to show off?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it right in front of Sandra. He's like, where's Sandra working out? And he goes right in front. Like,
He would do it on the show. Next time we'll have to ask.
The Right Way News says, in terms of marrying someone of your opposite political leanings, think of Mary Matlin and James Carville.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good combo.
Leagy wants to know, Jesse, has Bill O'Reilly ever given you a chance to host The Factor?
Well, we did a poll on it on BillO'Reilly.com.
How'd that go?
And 25,000 people voted. 90% said yes, and 10% said no. So I don't know who these 10% are. I mean, God,
haters.
I'm going to find these people. The 10% don't want me to host.
They're just
you know
jealous.
what that's like?
I want to know who they are.
You know what it
Obama
is? It's Eric Bowling voting multiple times.
But it's like President Obama last week after the Democrats lost bicamerally. I said that for you.
There,
you like that word? He
That's
said that he was
hysterical.
worried about the 2/3 of people who didn't vote more than the people who actually voted
That's right.
for Republicans.
That's right.
Anyway, it was kind of like that.
What was your last Waters World segment, by the way?
The midterm election edition.
Oh, that was great.
And then we have,
right.
We have another one
tonight.
this evening, the post-midterm election edition in Hartford, Connecticut. Some real Mensa members out there. So tune in. Everybody.
Okay, so let's clear the air here.
Yes.
Are you really taking a good... do you have a really good survey sample?
Yes.
Like, you're not going up to people you think are going to answer these questions and think you think are going to get them wrong. Or...
No, and to counter that point, I went to a zombie run the other day and interviewed people about who was in Obama's cabinet.
A zombie run?
And everybody had face paint and costumes, so I couldn't even tell what they looked like. So I can't even use that to judge.
Okay.
And for the people that do criticize that, they say I pick out dumb people. We're going to the Harvard-Yale game, tailgate, at the end of the month, and we're going to ask the same questions we asked to people on the street,
great.
to these guys.
I love what Andrea says about the people from Harvard, that their heads are all pointy. Did you say that?
Pointy-headed
pointing
lawyers.
I just envision people on campus kind of
But sometimes people who are very, very
they have
brilliant
pointed heads?
are idiots in real life.
Yeah.
This is
I interned for Mary Madeline when she was married to James Carville, and there was a guy who was the other intern at Crossfire, at CNN's Crossfire, and he was from Princeton. And I know people were like, oh, she's just from Lehigh, but he's from Princeton. But he was a little box of rocks up there sometimes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and then you meet those people who are like have those great street smarts, common sense, can like navigate anywhere, figure anything out. But they didn't even go to college, so it's totally disconnected.
I think that's kind of sexy sometimes.
I do too.
Street smarts.
Wow,
like
where
street
did
smarts.
we just whoa.
Harris likes street smarts, everybody. Send her a tweet.
Oh, no, I'm married. Let's
Married, not blind.
Get a share. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I voted for Jesse. Mike Schmidt, 1995. He voted in that poll for you to host.
Awesome.
So when are you going to host?
That's my cousin.
You won the poll.
I won the poll. Listen, it's not up to me. It's up to Bill. So probably some Friday buried in the Christmas season.
The day after
Who knows?
Thanksgiving.
Listen,
We'll be
Bill is
watching.
very competitive about the ratings, so if it doesn't go well, it's going to be a one-time thing.
Oh, it'll
do
go
the
well.
day after Thanksgiving.
Really?
I'm hosting Greta, so I'll be your lead, and I'll give you a huge number.
There you go.
All right, let's team up.
All right. Well, we teamed up.
Match made in heaven.
We teamed up on the couch today. The four of us, while Sandra was on Fox Business Network doing the boards election night.
Yep.
She was
which
Vanna.
was amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
The four of us were on .com together.
That's right.
With a little Tom Shalhoub.
I heard it rocked.
Greatest
It was
show
fun.
in
A lot of
.com
fun.
history.
Thank you. It was really fun. All right.
Greatest show in the planet.
Only show in .com.
In .com history. Well, the history hasn't been that long, right? It's been fun to be with you. We'll see you tomorrow for the TV version of us at noon Eastern on the Fox News Channel. See ya.